subsequently were given to understand that the restaurant did not have any sort of an emergency exit on ground or a deck floor which could have been used in case of an evacuation to evacuate people in case of an emergency. The FIR states that the fire show was organized by the club management without prerequisite permissions and precautions, despite knowing that this could have led to a serious fire incident, which it did. And of course, as I mentioned earlier, there was no emergency exit, so no proper mechanisms in place to deal with such an eventuality to begin with. The fire started on the first floor of the club. Due to congestion and small doors, people could not rush out immediately. 3 senior officials of Goa government have been suspended, including the director of Panchayat there as well. We're given to understand. Now, Yasha Kotak is joining us live. Yasha, we have been discussing this since morning. We've also heard the statement by the eyewitness who lost 4 members of her family. She spoke about this very thing, that there were no safety mechanisms in place. Now we are learning that there was no emergency exit, no sort of a deck where people could have evacuated. So, and they were going to organize this fire pyro show without any prerequisite permissions or precautions. Yasha, what can you tell us?
Absolutely. In fact, as far as details about the incident are concerned, we've gotten to know from the authorities that when the fire took place, it broke out on the first floor. Now, after it broke out from the first floor, there were no emergency exits on the deck floor or the ground floor, as a result of which the evacuation became difficult. Now, also the exit, from that very point, from where the fire broke out, there were narrow lanes, as a result of which there are several people who were trapped inside. And which is why when we speak about these people, that is 20 staff members and 5 tourists of the 25 people who lost their life, they were mostly staff who were present inside. Now here, what's also important to note is that there have been several information that has come to forth, particularly when it comes to this very information. The technical analysis by the fire team has also found out that when the fire broke out from the pyros, there was a lot of flammable substance, as a result of which, when this fire broke out, it caught with that flammable substance, and that led to this massive fire in the premises. Now, of course, while the Goa Police is investigating this very entire incident, they've gone further to arrest a 5th person named Bharat, who was also responsible for looking after the day-to-day affairs of the club. So far, like we've said, there have been 5 arrests which have taken place. 2 people, the main owners of the club, that is Gaurav and sort of, they remain absconding, and cops are trying to find them, which is where several teams of Goa Police are currently in Delhi, and they're trying to find out who these 2 people who were looking after who were actually the owners of the club. So far, the manager, the general manager as well as the bar manager, they've all been arrested, which is where the total number of arrests goes to 5. But several investigation is on. Goa Police is also going through the FIR that has been registered, and the technical report by the fire team is also being analysed by the Goa Police. Yes.
Right, absolutely. It's absolutely shocking to hear that they did allow for a pyro show to go on, knowing that there were no emergency exits on the first floor and there was no deck evacuation plan either. Of course, there are more and more revelations which are coming to fore when it comes to this case, and we'll continue to bring those to you, and we will continue to track all developments on that front.